Hey folks, it's Sean Kirkham from Sean Kirkham Music. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look today. Today I'm going to talk to you about two pedals that I recently purchased. One of them is the PackRat, which is on the right hand side over here. This particular pedal has three knobs. We have a distortion knob on the left, a filter knob in the middle, and a volume knob on the right hand side. We have our on and off switch right here. And then the second pedal I'm going to talk about today is the JHS Pedals PackRat. So this particular pedal has four knobs on it. The one at the top there on the left is the volume. We have the distortion knob on the right hand side. The bottom is the filter. And then the fourth knob here distinguishes between multiple rats. I believe there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe there's eight or nine different versions of rat pedals on there that Josh Scott has created with JHS. Let me just do some real quick investigation here. Yeah, we have 9 modes on that. So the first mode that we have on that particular pedal is the OG V1. That was a rat model. It's one of the first line of rats that was ever made. It came out around 1979 to 1983. So that's going to be the first mode that we're going to play on that. The next mode is a Whiteface version 3 that came out around 1984 to 1986. Basically, at that point, the rat had transitioned to a smaller square enclosure with a new white rectangle logo. The word rat was all in black caps instead, or inside the white rectangle, and then that's how it became known as the Whiteface. Let's see. Then the third one here is going to be the Turbo V5. That was in 1989. So that comes from a very symmetrical hard clipping. It was a simple amplifier circuit that amplifies the signal and pushes it across a pair of clipping diodes. So the diodes clip off the top of the waveform and create square wave distortion. Then the fourth mode there on that particular pedal is going to be the Brat V6 from 1997. So in 1997, Proco got into the budget pedal game by releasing the Brat, and it was a Guitar Center exclusive that they had one called the Roadkill. They were identical circuits with different but very 90s grunge aesthetics, and they have the most changes in the evolution. Let's see, the fifth mode is going to be a Dirty V7. That was in 2004. So it looks like in 2002, Proco released a 2-in-1 rat pedal called the Deuce Tone. The pedal allowed you to have 2 completely separate rats and activate them independently or stack them together. It also introduced 2 brand new sounds into the rat topology, the Clean Rat and a Dirty Rat. So due to the popularity of the Dirty Rat mode, they released it as a single pedal called You Dirty Rat. So that circuit actually has a germanium diode in the symmetrical hard clipping section. Gives you the most saturation and waveform clip-off of any version that was to date up to 2004. The next version is called the LA 1986. So in 1986, Ibanez released what was called the 10 series. It included 3 rat-style pedals. The Super Product and Fat Cat were traditional rat-style pedals, while another name was called LA Metal. Josh Scott from JHS says, in his opinion, it was one of the best modified rat circuits of the 80s. It included a great input buffer, several key capacitor changes for frequency response, and no clipping diodes. So the distortion is produced by overloading or clipping the rails of the op amp. The next one, the 7th one, is the Landgraf mod in 1999. So between 1999 and 2000, John Landgraf started building pedals by hand in Pensacola, each with a unique swirl paint job and soldered point to point. John's pedals gained a reputation for sounding amazing and remained true to definition of boutique. Of all his releases, the favorite of Josh's was a distortion pedal called the MO''D, or Mod, a distant cousin of the Rat and a fantastic pedal in its own right. The 8th mode that they have on this is the Carolina in 2010. So a few years after Josh started JHS Pedals, he purchased a distortion pedal from a brand new company in South Carolina. He remembers jumping on the phone and really geeking out with the designer and the head of the company. So they talked about the circuit, they talked about Josh's love for rats, and they talked about how the owner, Philippe, I believe, or Philip, he had some clever takes on the circuit. So the pedal was actually called the Wave Cannon, and when Josh started the PackRat project, Philippe was obviously one of his friends that he needed to bring along for the ride on the pedal. The last mode is the JHS mode. It's the 9th mode. In 2003, Josh was managing a tiny guitar shop in Northwest Alabama. One day, a gentleman walked in wanting to sell a vintage Rat, small box Rat, and shop owner said he wasn't interested, but Josh said he was, and he bought that Rat for $15. That event led Josh down to pedal collecting, a bunch of different pedals that he has. So if you ever watch JHS Pedals, you see on his back wall he has tons and tons and tons of pedals from all over the place, all the different decades, all the different versions. He's definitely a collector of the pedals. He knows a lot about pedal technology and has created some fantastic pedals in the JHS line. If you ever get a chance, take a look at his pedals. They're outstanding pedals. So, again, the one on the left there is the JHS Pedals PackRat. The one on the right is a Proco Rat. That's one of the modern versions, the latest version that's out there. So we're going to hear a couple different playthroughs of a couple different modes of these Rats. We're going to start off with my clean sound. This is coming from through a Fender Champion 100 amplifier. It's on my Fender Stratocaster, the American Professional 2 model. And I'm going to let you hear my clean tone going first, and then I'll play a little bit of the Rat distortion for you to let you hear some really cool distortion sounds through the Rat pedals. So here's my clean tone. One thing I want to tell you is I have my switch right in the middle, so it's basically picking up the middle pickup. And so, again, one more time, here's my clean sound. All right, so we are going to actually put the distortion and the filter at noon. We're going to leave the volume right here at the 9 o'clock position on the Rat, the Proco Rat. We're going to turn it on and let you hear that sound. All right, we're going to play a little bit with the knobs here. We're going to turn the filter just a little bit to the 2 o'clock position, 1 to 2 o'clock position, and that's going to actually make it more of the bottom end sound. Interestingly enough, when you turn it to the right on the filter, you're going to have the bottom end. When you turn it to the left, it's going to be more of a treble sound. So we're going to turn that a little bit more here between 2 and 3 o'clock, let you hear that sound. Right, so we're going to turn the distortion up. We're going to put it about 3 o'clock. So one thing you may have noticed on the volume here is when you do turn the distortion to the right, it tends to get louder. So sometimes you can compensate by using the volume knob here. So we're going to turn it down just a little bit, and let's see what that sounds like. All right, so now we're going to let you hear it back here at the 9 o'clock position. Turn the volume back up a little bit. We'll turn it up even more. So if you're looking for a real light overdrive distortion sound, you probably want to have your distortion anywhere from all the way, turn to the left, anywhere's up to maybe the 11 o'clock position. We'll put it up just about 10, 11 o'clock. We'll hear what that sounds like. We're going to turn the volume down just a tad. All right, so we're going to let you hear the filter as we go over towards the treble side. That's going to be a little bit at a higher pitch. You're not going to hear a lot of bottom end. You're going to hear mostly top end. So here we go. All right, we're going to turn the distortion up. We're going to leave the filter here more towards the treble side. We're going to turn the distortion up again about 2 o'clock. We'll let you hear how that sounds. We'll turn the volume down just a little bit. Here we go. Turn the filter back up to noon. We'll play it one more time. So there you go. That's the PackRat. Really nice pedal. Not too expensive. It's around the $75 to $95 range for that particular pedal. So it's kind of budget friendly if you're looking for a rat. As we go over here to the JHS pedals, we're going to put it in the OG mode. We're going to have the volume where it's set. We're going to leave the filter in the middle, and we're going to leave the distortion in the middle. We're going to turn this on and let you hear what that sounds like. So we're going to turn the volume down just a little bit, turn the distortion up, turn the volume down again. Here we go, one more time. Compensate on the volume one more time, just a little loud in this room for that. So again, that's the OG mode. We're now going to turn it to the next mode here. And let me look that up one more time just to make sure I'm telling you which mode that is. Let me go back to that page I had here a second ago. All right, second mode again is the Whiteface version 3 mode. So here we go. Now we're going to turn it up to the turbo. Now notice, when you do turn this up, the volume does increase. So again, you can compensate a little bit. We're going to leave all the pedals right where they're at, or sorry, all the knobs right where they're at. Turn the distortion up just a little bit. The next mode after that is the Brat. So we're going to turn it into the Brat mode here. Turn this about 3 o'clock on the distortion. Turn up the volume just a little bit. next mode is the dirty mode. I kind of like that. If you're going for distortion, that's a really nice sound there. Next mode is the LA mode. Turn down the volume just a tad. We're going to play with the filter just for a second. So again, really nice sound. So we are going to turn this to the next mode, which is the Landgraf mod mode from 1999. This is pretty loud. We're going to turn down the volume just a little bit on the guitar. All right. So we're next going to go to the 8th mode. This is the Caroline mode. This was about 2010 again. This is the company here in South Carolina. That's in the next state below me. I'm here in North Carolina. But they're Caroline pedals, and this is their version of the Rat. So let's turn the volume up. Everything else is at noon. We're actually going to turn the volume up on the guitar a little bit. All right, here we go. So we're going to turn the distortion up. Filter it so it has a little higher end. We're going to turn the filter all the way up. That has a little bit of a fuzz tone built into it. So that's kind of a neat mode. And then the last mode, but not the least, we'll put this back at noon. We'll put this at noon. We'll turn the volume up a little bit. This is the JHS mode. And this is in 2003 when Josh decided to copy the pedal that he bought for about $15 in that guitar shop that he was managing. So here we go. We're going to turn the distortion up. Turn the volume down a little bit. that's the PackRat on the right. Again, runs you around $90. This particular other pedal that is the PackRat from JHS Pedals runs around $250. So there you go. There's your prices of both of those. The one on the right is obviously a little more budget friendly. The one on the left, though, however, gives you many, many different types of sounds. So is it worth the $250? You be the judge of that. I like it a lot. I think it's a great pedal. I purchased it. I'm really happy with the money I spent on that. And it's definitely going to stay with me for quite a while. But I'll put links down below in the description, down below the video here. So you can go out and purchase either a Rat. I'll have a link for that. Or you can purchase the JHS Pedals PackRat. I'll have a link for that as well. I sure would appreciate if you'd use those links. They're my affiliate links. And I get a little bit of kickback from that. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It's whatever the price is of that pedal, that's what it is. I just get a percentage back for you using my particular links, and I sure appreciate if you did use those links if you're deciding to purchase either one of those pedals or both. Also, go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about both the PackRat and the JHS Pedals PackRat. Let me know if you liked them, if you didn't like them, what did you like or not like about the pedals. What would you have done differently on the PackRat? What kind of other filtering would you have done? Anything different, or would you just, again, it's a budget-friendly pedal. It just has that typical Rat sound. Not a whole lot to it, but it does a job. Besides the comment, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. That's a like for my channel, and that's going to help us so that we can get this video out so that other people will see it when they do searches for Rats or PackRats. And I sure would like to have you guys subscribe to my channel. I know a lot of you guys come out and view the channel, which is great. I really appreciate that. But I want to grow my channel, and by doing the subscribe button, it doesn't cost you anything. It's free to do. If you just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and also turn on the bell notification next to it. One thing that's going to do is allow you to know when I post new videos or whenever I do go live. Some of those times I may go live in the near future with some original stuff, or I may go live with a pedal review as well. So again, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification, hit the thumbs up for the like, leave me a comment, tell me what you liked or didn't like, and what other pedals would you like to see demoed. Give me a list of pedals or manufacturers, and I'll see about trying to get those pedals if I don't already have them, and I'll let you guys have a video on review of those type of things. So again, send me some comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Thanks for stopping by today. I sure appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed both of these, the Rat and the PackRat. Go out and purchase one of these if you don't have it. I think it's going to be a great addition to your pedal board. And my name is Sean Kirkham. This is Sean Kirkham Music, and I want you all to have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.